You've probably seen this cartoon before. It's from 1943. Woody Woodpecker goes to the circus, causes a bunch of chaos, and ends up in a shooting gallery with a security guard who's been chasing him the whole time. You watched it as a kid. You laughed at the bird riding a bicycle on a tightrope. You laughed at the elephant getting blown up like a balloon. But here's the thing. There's a structure underneath all that chaos. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. What I'm about to show you isn't hidden. It's not an Easter egg. It's not some inside joke from the animators. It's the actual logic that holds this whole cartoon together. And it's more interesting than you'd expect from a bird and a lion and a hot dog bun. So Woody walks into the circus with a hot dog. He's eating it. He's singing. He's having a great time. He stops in front of a lion cage. And while he's turned around, the lion reaches through the bars and takes a big bite out of that hot dog. Now, here's the first thing you need to notice. Woody doesn't get mad. He doesn't scream. He doesn't run. He doesn't try to fight the lion, which would be stupid anyway. Instead, he does something really specific. He takes the lion's tail, which is hanging out through the bars, and he stuffs it into the remaining half of the hot dog bun. Then he holds it up. The lion, doing what lions do, bites down and bites off its own tail. The lion shoots around its cage in pain, and when it stops, the tip of its tail is gone. Now, if you're a kid watching this, it's funny. The lion bit its own tail off. That's a funny cartoon thing. But if you look at what Woody actually did, it's not random. He didn't just cause chaos. He applied a specific logic. The lion took his food. So Woody took something from the lion. But he didn't just take something randomly. He used the lion's own reflex against it. Here's the structure. The lion took Woody's meat. Woody put the lion's tail into the exact same shape, a hot dog bun. He recreated the same scenario. And the lion, acting on instinct, did the exact same thing it did the first time. It bit. But this time, the prey was the lion itself. That's not just revenge. That's a reversal. The predator becomes its own prey, using the exact method it used before. You can call that poetic justice. Or you can just call it a clever way to get back at someone who takes what's yours, without actually fighting them. Okay, so Woody moves on. He finishes his hot dog. He gets some ice cream. He tries to get into the main circus tent. And this is where the cartoon switches from lion problem to something else entirely. Woody keeps getting kicked out by the gatekeeper. A big guy, a roustabout, the kind of guy who clearly feels like he's in charge of something. And after a few attempts, the gatekeeper finally makes him a deal. You can go in, but only if you water the elephant first. Now pause on that sentence. Water the elephant. That's not an entry requirement. That doesn't exist in any ticket policy at any circus ever. That's the gatekeeper's job. He's the one who's supposed to be doing that work. But he turned it into a condition. He turned his own responsibility into someone else's cost of admission. In a more direct version of this cartoon, the gatekeeper would just say no ticket, no entry. But that's not what happens. Instead, he creates a rule, a personal rule, not an official one. And he uses it to get something he wants. He doesn't enforce the system. He uses the system as cover for his own agenda. So Woody takes the elephant, hooks its trunk to a fire hydrant, turns on the water, and the elephant blows up like a balloon. Is Woody doing what he was asked? Yes. He watered the elephant. He just did it in a way that the gatekeeper didn't anticipate. Now the gatekeeper is furious. He starts chasing Woody across the circus. And here's the key to the whole second half of the episode. He's angry because he lost control. He gave Woody a task. Woody completed it, but in a way that was outside the gatekeeper's expectations. And now the gatekeeper has to deal with the result, which is a lot worse than just doing his own job in the first place. The chase goes everywhere. The trapeze, the tightrope, the lion cage. Eventually, both of them end up as targets in a shooting gallery, getting shot at together. Here's what I want you to notice about the chase. The gatekeeper gets hurt way more than Woody. Woody is just riding a bicycle on a wire, humming a song, not even scared. The gatekeeper, meanwhile, is falling off things, getting tangled, squeezing through bars so tight, they turn red from friction. One of them is trying really hard. One of them doesn't seem to care. And the one who's trying hard is the one who suffers more. So where does this episode actually land? The gatekeeper started with a simple job, watch the tent. He decided to offload his work onto a visitor. He created a test that didn't need to exist. And when that test went sideways, he spent the rest of the cartoon trying to fix something he broke himself. And he never succeeds. Both of them just end up in the same bad situation, together, being shot at. But Woody doesn't seem bothered by it. That's the final piece of the structure. The gatekeeper didn't lose because Woody outsmarted him. He lost because he created a system that was never going to stay under his control. And when it broke, he had no backup plan. He just chased the bird. And the bird just kept going. So that's the episode. A lion takes a hot dog. A gatekeeper tries to offload his work. An elephant becomes a balloon. And everyone ends up in a shooting gallery. But here's what I find interesting about this cartoon, and about a lot of these old cartoons, actually. They weren't just designed to make kids laugh. They were designed to work on multiple levels. On the surface, it's chaos. A lion bites its own tail. An elephant gets overinflated. A guard chases a bird through a circus. But underneath that, there's a structure, a logic, a set of rules about who has power, who doesn't, and what happens when someone with a little bit of power tries to use it in a way that isn't authorized. The gatekeeper didn't break any official rules. He didn't steal anything. He didn't damage anything. But he created a personal rule to offload his own responsibility onto someone else. And that decision cost him the whole cartoon. What's interesting is that this doesn't come across as a lecture. It's just a cartoon. And that's what makes it clever. It hides the real joke in plain sight. You watch it as a kid and you laugh at the silly bird. You watch it as an adult and you might see something else. Not because the cartoon changed, but because you did. That's what these old cartoons do better than most things I've seen. They tell a simple story on top and a more complicated one underneath. If you want to watch a few more of these and see if you can spot the hidden structure, let me know in the comments. Or just go back and watch this one again with fresh eyes. You might be surprised what you see. What's a cartoon you've rewatched as an adult and saw differently? Drop it in the comments.